I have been the only person on this platform who has openly spoken about the variation in the taste of Gurgaon alcohol and Delhi alcohol. Okay? And yet, I'm the only person who, despite having, and I'm the person who still gets alcohol from Gurgaon. So you might wonder why you might be in a quandary, and you might wonder why is Kamar supporting Gurgaon alcohol on the one hand, but still saying Gurgaon alcohol is good, but on the other hand saying Gurgaon alcohol is not good. So today, just for reference sake, I'm going to tell you 10 whiskeys you can buy from Gurgaon, which I feel are close to genuine or genuine, and 10 whiskeys you should avoid from Gurgaon. Should we go with the plus first or the minus first? If it's an odd number time, then we will go with the plus first. If it's an even number time on my watch, we'll go with the ones to avoid. So the time on my watch is 58. So we have to start with 10 whiskeys to avoid. It's 7:58 p.m. So here are 10 whiskeys you can avoid from Gurgaon, or the ones which I purchased from Gurgaon, and I felt that the taste was a bit not as good as the one in Delhi, okay, or Noida. Number one, Chivas Regal. Chivas Regal Gurgaon tastes about 15% different from the Chivas Regal in Noida. And just for perspective, Chivas Regal Goa tastes about 15 or 15% better than the Chivas Regal in Noida. Okay? So, state to state, quality does differ. Don't get Chivas Regal from Gurgaon just because you're getting it at 2,400 bucks. I would say spend 2,900 bucks and get it from Noida. Okay? You'll find some difference, especially if you're a Chivas Regal fan. Second whiskey, which I would say avoid from Gurgaon at all costs, is Black and White. Black and White will give you a headache immediately on your first sip. And I have made a video of a Black and White whiskey review in 2020 or 19. And that day I was at a friend's place and I had a Black and White Gurgaon with him. And then I went back and I had a Black and White Delhi. And even back then, I noticed a difference in between the bottling and the quality. So avoid Black and White from. Number three, the most obvious, the most contentious whiskey which I would avoid from Gurgaon is Black Label. Yes, I have done videos where I have reviewed a Black Label from Gurgaon, but until you don't have the Black Label from Delhi, you will not realize the difference. The difference is not just 10% or 20%, it is more. Okay? And there have been times where I have gone completely drunk into a Gurgaon shop and been sold such bad Black Label that I've come back home and I still have the bottle. And I've been like, oh my God, I got totally duped. Yes, I could have contacted Johnny Walker and they would have probably given me a new bottle or whatever, but I didn't do that. So avoid Black Label. There is a definite difference. Number four, Red Label. Avoid from Gurgaon. Delhi Red Label is 35% better. Number five, very obvious one now, Gold Label. Avoid from Gurgaon. Just don't buy it. Number six, 100 Pipers. The basic one I have tried from Gurgaon, and I've also purchased the same from Noida. There is a marked difference. There's a big difference. Okay, so don't get the 100 Pipers from Gurgaon. If you are intelligent, you are noticing a pattern. The pattern is very simple to understand, my friend. You avoid whiskeys that cost less than 3,000 rupees from Gurgaon. Okay, so let me give you an example. You should avoid buying the Suntory Toki from Gurgaon. One more whiskey which is kind of expensive but is not genuine from Gurgaon, shockingly, is Monkey Shoulder. There is a big difference. The Monkey Shoulder from Gurgaon tastes nothing like the Monkey Shoulder you get in Delhi. There is so much of a difference, trust me. In fact, I had got a bottle of Monkey Shoulder and I had taken it to Goa with my wife and I, and we had it and we were like, dude, this tastes like soda. It tastes so different. So Monkey Shoulder from Gurgaon has to be avoided. Okay, cheers. Number nine, whiskeys. You are noticing that I'm not saying any Glenfiddich or Glenlivets or Ardbegs, and I'm not naming any single malt so far. Is there a single malt which I have purchased from Gurgaon that I found suspect? I can't think of any, to be fair, because single malts are generally more expensive. And Maybe they are so expensive that I don't want to admit to the fact that I spent 4,000 or 5,000 bucks on an alcohol and it was fake, but generally I have not. Look, quality difference will be there in every case. The people amongst you who are blaming me for saying Black Label is not genuine and because I think it's cheap, guess what, buddy? I got a duty free Black Label and I found that it had a very tinny, weird note. So duty free also can be suspect, okay? Now I don't know if the person who got it from duty free from a bootlegger or what, but there was a taste difference. Now I have to name two more whiskeys which were suspect from Gurgaon. So was Rockford Reserve? I think Rockford Reserve was okay. Even American Pride was okay, surprisingly. Iconic White, all of these were okay. But two more whiskeys I personally wouldn't buy from Gurgaon. Double Black. Double Black from Gurgaon tastes nothing like the Noida Double Black. The Double Black from Gurgaon is probably 70% or 65% as good as the one from Noida. Noida one will cost you 3,740. The Gurgaon one will cost you 3,300, 3,500, 3,200, but it's not even close. It's not very good. Okay. So I would say don't do that. I'm sorry I'm looking that way. I think India ka pehla wicket gir gaya. Okay. So, that was number 9. I'm so sorry, guys. Number 10, which is the 10th whiskey, which I would say don't buy from Gurgaon. I want this to be like a very big one, okay? Indian single malts, all are okay. Indri also is probably okay from there. Is Doer's White Label. Now, Doer's White Label was also okay, to be honest, from there. Black Dog was also okay, to be honest, from there. I can't think of a number 10. So only 9 whiskeys I've suggested today, which you should avoid from Gurgaon. Okay. Now for 10 whiskeys, which I have purchased from Gurgaon and they were good. Okay. Number 1, whiskey, which I always buy from Gurgaon, never had an issue, was Glenlivet. I purchased the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. I purchased the Glenlivet 12. I purchased the Glenlivet 15. All were okay. So you can buy Glenlivets. Number 2, I recently purchased a bottle of Glenfiddich 12 from Gurgaon. And even a year and a half back, I purchased a bottle of Glenfiddich 12 from Gurgaon. The one which I purchased a year back from Gurgaon, I thought was suspect, but I had it again and I thought it was absolutely fine. So it's all in the head. Glenfiddich 12 is okay from Gurgaon. Okay. Number 3, again, this is a contentious issue. I'm so sorry, guys, but the Glenmorangie from Gurgaon is original, in my opinion. I've also purchased the Glenmorangie Signet. It was original. Okay. That's 3. Now I'm naming brands, so I'm doing you a favor. Number 4, okay. I have a 10th whiskey which you should avoid from Gurgaon, and that's Jameson. Don't buy it. Jameson Black Barrel, Jameson Normal. I'm sorry, they have been completely watered down or salty down, and they just have that headache. So I said Glenlivet, Glenfiddich, Glenmorangies, Macallans are okay from Gurgaon. I purchased the Macallan 12. It was completely genuine. I've never tasted a more smoother single malt in my life, almost. Number 5, see, honestly, I've never purchased a Chivas 15 from any place else. But whatever I tasted about the Chivas 15 from Gurgaon was very good. And I think it's genuine. Number 6, believe it or not, Teacher's Highland Reserve quality in Gurgaon, in my test, was better than the one in Delhi. So I don't know what's happening, but I have done a video and you can probably check out Teacher's Highland versus Delhi versus Gurgaon. You'll find my review right on top. The Gurgaon one was better, more dum, and a free glass. I want to quickly name 4 whiskeys which you can buy from Gurgaon without any shadow of a doubt, which are good whiskeys, okay, which are also good recommendations for you. So let's see, which one should I name? Now these whiskeys which I'm going to name, I have to say in good conscience they are good, okay? Black Dog, Triple Gold, yes, it tasted pretty good for me, but it's been 2 years, but it was absolutely fine. I'm not going to lie. Black Dog Triple Gold was absolutely okay. I purchased a Royal Challenge American Pride from Gurgaon and it was lovely. It was just 600 bucks and it was just outstanding. So you can buy a Royal Challenge from there, I think. Number 10, I want to say there are only 2 Ardbegs you find in Gurgaon, Ardbeg 5 and Ardbeg 10. Ardbeg 5 is a good price you get for 4,200, and Ardbeg 10 you get for about 5,500 to 6,000 bucks. Both are genuine. The Balvenies, which I tried, were genuine in my experience. There was nothing wrong with them. So yeah, these are some recommendations of whiskeys you can buy. I hope this was helpful to at least 100 of you. If this was helpful, you can do me a solid by subscribing to my channel. It would really help me. There's been a bit of a lull in my channel, and I'm just trying to bounce back, man. So help a brother out. You know, if you support somebody, trust me, it all comes back. All right, man. Thank you for watching. Peace out. I'm glad Gurgaon exists because Pernod is banned in Delhi. So all the Pernod-based liquors we can only find in Gurgaon, like Chivas, good or bad, but we find it there. Some other brands like Seagram's, Longitude 77, you can't find in Delhi. Blender's Pride, you can't find in Delhi. I've also tasted Blender's Pride from Gurgaon. I think I got a Blender's Pride Reserve back in the day, and I thought it was genuine. All right, guys. Shubman Gill is bold. All right. 6-1 India versus Oman. I think we're going to win this match, but Shiza. Peace out, guys. God bless.